In today's video, we're diving into the most jaw-dropping moments of kitchen nightmares. Imagine a world where every bite is a gamble and every plate tells a story of disaster. So let's get started. Jumping right into the heart of Providence, Rhode Island, we find ourselves at Down City, a restaurant that's more of a puzzle than a dining spot. The place, run by Abby, a firecracker of a leader, is a classic case of good intentions but questionable execution. The staff at Down City are walking on eggshells. They paint a picture of a workplace where tension hangs thicker than the aroma of food. It's a daily grind of trying to meet Abby's high expectations, despite her often unrealistic demands. They're in a constant tug-of-war between wanting to do their best and struggling under Abby's unyielding command. Ramsay's first steps into Down City are met with a mix of hope and dread. He quickly sizes up the situation, a restaurant in turmoil, led by a strong personality with a weak grasp on the culinary arts. Abby's leadership style, a blend of determination and denial, sets the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable Ramsay intervention. As Chef Ramsay delves into the menu at Down City, he's met with a series of culinary blunders that could make any food lover cringe. The crab cakes, a dish that should be a delightful dance of flavors, turn out to be a soggy mess. Then there's the tomato soup, which instead of warming the soul, leads a chill with its lackluster temperature and taste. Abby, on the other hand, stands firm in her culinary castle, refusing to lower the drawbridge for any critique. Chef Ramsay's feedback, which could be a treasure trove of improvement, is met with a wall of denial. Abby's defensive stance is unwavering, as if admitting to flaws in her menu would be admitting defeat. After Chef Ramsay's visit, Down City in Providence, Rhode Island, continued to operate for some time, but eventually closed its doors for good. The restaurant, which had been a part of the city's dining scene since 1990, faced various challenges over the years. Despite the brief resurgence following kitchen nightmares, it was unable to sustain its operations in the long term. Shifting gears from Down City, we land at the Mixing Bowl, a spot in Belmore, New York, that's teetering on the edge of culinary collapse. The owner, caught in a whirlwind of challenges, is desperately trying to keep the ship afloat. But there's a twist in the tale. The manager, Mike, he's more of a social butterfly than a restaurant manager, fluttering around customers more for chats than checks. His approach to tips? Let's just say he's not shy about dipping his hands into the jar. Chef Ramsay, with his keen eye for detail, doesn't take long to spot the cracks. The food, which should be the star of the show, is more of a supporting act. Mike's omnipresence looms over the dining area, making even Ramsay, a veteran in the field, feel the heat of discomfort. But the real kicker? The Mixing Bowl's promotional strategy. Coupons flying left and right. It's like a discount store disguised as a restaurant. This constant half-off approach is more of a recipe for disaster than success. It's a classic case of trying to fill seats without filling the cash register. As Chef Ramsay delves deeper into the Mixing Bowl's strategy, the extent of the promotional pandemonium becomes glaringly apparent. It's not just about the coupons, it's about the mindset behind them. The restaurant, in its desperate bid to attract customers, has fallen into a trap of its own making. The discounts are so steep and frequent that they started to devalue the restaurant's image. This approach has led to a vicious cycle. The more they slash prices, the more they struggle to make ends meet, forcing them to offer even more discounts. Each Chef Ramsay, with his expertise, is poised to not just revamp the menu, but to overhaul their entire approach to running a restaurant. After the intervention by Chef Ramsay, the Mixing Bowl in Belmore, New York, continued its operations for a while but eventually closed down. The location that once housed the Mixing Bowl has since been taken over by a new restaurant, marking the end of its journey. Despite the efforts and changes implemented following kitchen nightmares, the restaurant was unable to sustain its business in the long run. That's all today's video. See you in the next one.